One of the highlights of our European road trip was our day in Switzerland. This being because we discovered places and things here that we never knew existed and that quite simply just took our breath away. From picturesque alpine lakes to snow-capped mountain tops to winding mountain roads, we made our way from Lake Como in northern Italy all the way up to the gem at the end of this, which is Bern, Switzerland's capital. A city that I never hear anyone talk about, but they should be talking about, because it was beautiful. In this video, I'm going to share some amazing footage that we got from this day, and if you're thinking of driving through Switzerland, you should definitely consider this route so you don't miss out. Also, there's stuff on this route that we just didn't have time to see, and I'd hate for you to miss out on that stuff too. And if you're into more content like this, head over to my channel where I share plenty of other videos on travel and tourism alike. You have to do this if you like red wine. They fill up like a 5-litre jug for you, and they cost about €10 each.
This is something we weren't expecting, but I think we're getting on a car train. Come on the ride!
How cool is that? You would have thought I'd have seen that before, come across it somewhere, you know? It costs you €16 and you save an hour of driving. So it's a no-brainer.
A river that people jump in to get home from work, which is nuts.
Not only an experience we'll probably never have again, but it's one I never even knew existed until about half an hour ago.
That was the coolest thing.
That's really all today's about, just taking in the scenery of Switzerland.
If you're heading to the western side of Switzerland or the French Alps, check this place out. It has to be on your itinerary. So on this adventure through Switzerland, we started off in Italy actually. We're just, this is part of a huge European road trip. We left Italy, we stopped to get wine. You have to do this if you like red wine. These are so cheap. They fill up like a 5-litre jug for you, and they cost about €10 each, that's it. And it's good wine. You know, it's not like cheap stuff you get back at home in English supermarkets. Definitely worth checking that out. We also stopped quickly at Lake Como. I really wish we could have spent a night here or a bit more time. It's a very picturesque lake, very popular holiday destination, very romantic, and yeah, there's plenty to do here, water sports wise, or just exploring these little villas and picturesque towns. It's beautiful here because this is just before you enter the Alps. But there was also a nice vibe here, a nice energy and atmosphere in the air. There was, you know, people playing their music and just relaxed. It wasn't too overcrowded. Definitely want to come back here one day. Again, we had to get to our campsite before the check-in time closed, so we weren't here very long. So Lake Como is right next to the Swiss border. That's how close it is. Just bear in mind, Switzerland's a bit stricter with, you have to show your passports to get through, unlike other European countries. Bear that in mind if you're planning on taking this route.
So we're at an Aldi in Switzerland, which closes at 7. We were in there at 7. Instead of telling everyone, but they just cut the power, and all the lights go off and the things come down. It's like, oh, pretty cool.
We then stayed at a campsite in Switzerland, the cheapest way to do it. Switzerland is an expensive country, just bear that in mind. I think that's common knowledge, but...
So today we are driving from the bottom of Switzerland across the bottom of Switzerland, just cut back into Italy, going back into Switzerland, and we are heading towards a place called Sion. We're heading to see the Matterhorn, maybe?
Matterhorn and Mont Blanc, it looks like it's close enough to the road, we should be able to see it.
So there's a road where you can see the Matterhorn, and
it looks like a very nice alpine road though, right? Yeah.
So that's really all today's about, just taking in the scenery of Switzerland and getting some mountain views in. We've already seen a few. They look freaking sick.
Now the route we're taking through Switzerland, we actually went back into Italy. I'm going to show you on the map here. You cut across Italy again and then go back into Switzerland. So what I'm about to show you, I'm not really sure whether it's Switzerland or Italy. I don't think it matters. It's all the same mountain range. But my God, is it a beautiful mountain range. Just so nice, such a scenic drive. And this is what driving through the Alps is all about. We then arrived at a small Italian town. This is definitely Italy, I know that. Just stopped for a coffee and checked out a local Italian church. This was awesome. Very pretty little church. I really like the inside of Italian, well, European churches in general. I've been inside English churches and I'm not that impressed. Whereas they're a lot prettier, a lot brighter. The architecture, the windows, the shape of them, they're just better. They're actually more of a spectacle than they are back here in the UK. So I'm very happy to stop off at these churches and take in their beauty. So this next part of the journey was a huge surprise. It was something we'd never seen before, we had no idea about, didn't expect. We knew we were to get a ferry back from Italy into Switzerland. However, this was not a water ferry. It didn't tell you much on Google Maps. We just knew there was a ferry at some point. We get there and it's actually a train. It's a car ferry and it's on a train, and the train takes you through a mountain to the other side, over the Swiss border.
Alright, so this is something we weren't expecting, but I think we're getting on a car train, which basically takes us through a tunnel, through the mountains. Yeah, didn't know they existed, I'll be honest.
We sailed in Chester, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, let's see.
Through the mountains. This is fucking crazy cool. Woohoo! Whoa!
This is the perfect fix my autism needed. Fucking train.
Tunnels and trains.
Once you are on the train, you are not allowed to get out your car. You do have to stay in it, but it's cool. Most of the journey is just pitch black anyway, but it's just one of those unique experiences you don't really get to ever do. I never knew these existed before this. And you don't have to get the ferry across. There was an alternative route to go around the mountain, but it was an hour longer. We get to that in a little bit in the video.
It's a lovely ride. Not only an experience we'll probably never have again, but it's one I never even knew existed until about half an hour ago.
How cool is that? You would have thought I'd have seen that before, come across it somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, we knew from the Google Maps route that we were getting a ferry of some sort, but it wasn't very specific. So it wasn't a car ferry. It was basically, well, I mean, it wasn't a water ferry. Yeah. It was a mountain, a train through a mountain ferry.
And actually, it saves. It looked like on my maps, like it saved about 45 minutes an hour worth of driving. So if you think about it logically, for the money you're saving on fuel anyway and the time, this is going to cost 26 euros or something, I think. And you probably saved a 10 of fuel, so in theory it only costs you 16 euros and you save an hour of driving. So it's a no-brainer.
Shit's got to go round the mountain.
Yeah, it said an hour.
It's going up and down it as well.
So it's definitely worth doing.
And we just happened to roll up 10 minutes before it left.
Which is handy, wasn't it?
The next one isn't for 2 hours, so yeah. Convenient.
We then made way with our drive across the bottom of Switzerland. Now, annoyingly, we did go past the Matterhorn, but we couldn't see it. We just weren't close enough. We didn't have the time to... There's like a 40-minute detour just to go see it. We could have done it, but we're on a tight schedule. If you're doing this drive, I would definitely make time to go see the Matterhorn. It's still one of those things I need to see. However, we still got to see some amazing peaks on this road. One of them actually looks like the Matterhorn. I don't think it was, though. It didn't match with the maps. And we could almost see Mont Blanc as well. It wasn't too far away. They're very close to each other. Next up, we got to what is one of the biggest surprises of the trip for me, and that is Lake Montreux. This is a lake between the border of France and Switzerland. You've got France on one side, Switzerland on the other, and it is one of the most beautiful lakes I have ever seen. And no, it is the most beautiful lake I have ever seen. I just didn't expect it to be so pretty. You have all these beautiful different coloured plants along it, along the walkway that goes across it, and these little viewpoints you can get in the lake. But more importantly, the best part was it just wasn't crowded. There was no tourists there. We felt like we were almost on our own here. Such a beautiful place. I don't even have to describe it to you. I'm just going to show you some footage with a little music so you can see for yourself. So if I did my job properly, then hopefully that little montage made you fall in love with this lake already. Just spectacular views. I wasn't expecting it, especially in Switzerland. You don't, you associate Switzerland with the huge mountains, the waterfalls, and everything, the Alpine. But I never expected such a hot day with such a beautiful tropical-looking lake next to it. I just didn't know it was here. So, little hidden gem, if you didn't know about it, definitely was for us. It's of course not just a lake, there is a town here as well, and I really loved the look of some of the streets in this town. It was almost like a New Orleans kind of vibe. Wish I could have spent a bit more time here, stayed the night, seen the atmosphere at night lit up. I bet it was beautiful, but I have all intentions of coming back here at some point. There's plenty of hotels and restaurants, cafes all down at the front by the lake, and they all looked really pleasant. Lake Montreux does also have a jazz festival here. It's a great honeymoon destination, and it also has a Freddie Mercury sculpture here. I'm not too sure why. But this lake is also nicknamed the Pearl of the Swiss Riviera, quite simply because of its beauty. So if you're heading to the western side of Switzerland or the French Alps, check this place out. It has to be on your itinerary. After leaving Lake Montreux, about an hour up the road, we ended up in Bern. This is the capital city of Switzerland. And again, we didn't spend much time here, but the time we were here, another just beautiful city that I wasn't expecting. You have this amazing sandstone architecture that all the buildings are made of down the high street, and that combined with all the different coloured flags that go up it, it's a really unique high street, and I've never seen anything quite like it. And to no surprise, this historic old town is actually a World Heritage Site because of its beauty. It's basically scattered with restaurants, cafes, you've got arcades, there's fountains, churches, all the medieval architecture that you want in a city like this. Now, one of the coolest things about Bern is the river Aare, which is basically a river that people jump in to get home from work, which is nuts. I did not go in this river, and I gotta tell you, it is my biggest regret, I think, from this European road trip, not getting in the river. I have a bit of a fear of getting into natural bodies of water without some kind of, you know, inflatable something to keep me afloat, and I didn't have anything at the time. Really wish I'd done this. It's so cool. The water looks so refreshing. It was such a hot day. It would have been lovely to have cooled off in here, but I was a big wimp. Nevertheless, my friend Ricky got in here, and he loved it. He said it was one of the highlights of the trip. So come prepared if you're coming to Bern. We actually stayed in Bern at a campsite. It was a very cheap campsite, just by the edge of the city. You got the river going through that as well. Really peaceful, really nice, and you actually have the zoo on the other side of the river. You could see the animals getting up in the morning. That was a neat little surprise.
Oh, look at us on a Dolomite walk. These are Vivex. You can follow that to on a Dolomite.
And that's it. That is our one day in Switzerland. An amazing day. Lots taken in. A very nice taster of the country. And this is just, you know, a very small part of the western side. We didn't even hit anywhere near the east side, where some of the most famous kind of landscapes and imagery, scenery that Switzerland has to offer is. It is an expensive country, but if you're going to come here, you might as well do it properly. Saving up for it, I think, would be well worth it. And I hope if you are planning on traveling through Europe, you decide to take this route. If you're heading from Italy to France like we were, it's definitely worth it. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.